Cool. So now let me
How do I get rid of the echo again?
The little preview of us. There's a speaker, like if you hover over it, and just
hello. All right, but it went away.
Cool. All right. What's going on, everybody?
What up? What up?
Thanks,
Richard
everybody,
H
coming
in the
through.
house. What up, Richard H? What up, Mark and Cheyenne? Those are my peoples. I was just texting with Mark and Cheyenne.
Oh,
you know,
like
today.
together, like in a group text or something, or?
Well, Mark and Cheyenne are married. They're a beautiful, lovely couple out in SD. They're my folks. You know what I'm saying? All they got two beautiful children. You know, Mark and Nathan, or Marky and Nathan, and those are my homies. Those are my mini bike familiar homies. You know, last time we was out there in SD, me, Luke, and Art hit the mini bikes with them. You know what I'm saying?
So okay, so now that's South Dakota, right?
No, San Diego.
San Diego, my bad. Okay, yeah. My fault.
Oh, good.
Yeah, San Diego's nice. You know what I'm saying?
San Diego's awesome. I love San Diego.
San Diego's nice.
My favorite California city is San Diego. You know,
word?
Of course. Big shout to Frisco. Big shout to Oakland.
See, I like
Oakland. To LA. Moderate shout, huh?
I like Oakland. Oakland is pretty dope.
Oakland is fly. Yeah. My wife used to live in Oakland. Lived in Oakland for however many years. She's constantly bringing up, you know, Oakland, how much she loves it.
Yeah, because well, I mean, I went there for like a conference or something for work, and I got to kind of like walk around and stuff. It was pretty dope. Like I went to this there's a museum there. It's like a African American museum or something. It had all this like artwork and stuff. Yeah. Like it was pretty dope.
Babe, you know African American museum in Oakland? Do you? Oh, okay. I thought she might know, but she don't know.
And the Huey P. Newton Museum is also in Oakland too.
The Huey P. Newton Museum, he says.
Well, it's two different museums.
I only ever went to the Oakland Museum.
Oh, okay. She only ever went to the Oakland Museum, but.
Oh, okay.
I'm with it. Next time we're there, we're gonna check it out, though.
Yeah, no, this is super dope. Like,
but we won't leave anything in our car.
And there was also like a video game history. I don't know if you're into like console games and all that stuff. Like it had all of them. It was like this 2-story building. You're gonna sit there and play video games.
It's a video game museum.
Yeah, it's just cool. Had everything. You know what I'm saying? Even the guy who created. This is a black guy who created one of the consoles, one of the early consoles. Was it ColecoVision or something? It had like a whole thing with him. It's pretty dope. So
I would like to say big shout that I never got into video games that much. I had a Atari 2600 back in the day, where I used to play Defender on it and, you know, Space Invaders. And then I got Nintendo, but that was, you know, by the time I got Nintendo, it cost like $25. But then everybody let me have their games because everybody had moved on to Genesis and Super Nintendo. Big shout out to my boy John Izzy. Big shout out to Jay Roller, who I was emailing with. Yo, Yates is in the house.
What?
I went and I looked at the one with Yates the other day that y'all did. I just kind of scrolled through it, and I was trying to big up Yates, and I guess it didn't make it through because the signal was so choppy.
Yeah, I mean, I think we got you on like quickly. You know what I'm saying? Because it was so quick.
It's pretty brief.
Like I had to like put you on, and you just like disappeared.
Yeah, true that.
But how was the game? Speaking of games, how was it? It was good. Yeah, like some really dope seats.
I mean, yeah, we had great seats. We won. You know, the Mets won 5-1.
Nice.
You know, Lindor had 3 hits. Alonso had 2 hits and an RBI. Lindor had an RBI. But one of the best things about it was they put my wife and I on the
Jumbotron.
Not on the Jumbotron. We didn't know, but then she got a text from a coworker of hers saying, "I just saw you and your husband on the broadcast." So then and then I got some communications as well that people had saw us. My boy Damon actually sent me some video of us that I put on my Patreon.
Oh, dope. Okay. You want to talk about the Patreon now? Like, because we're doing like updates. So
yeah, look, my boy John Izzy is saying, "Why my pops bought me a Sega?" No, he didn't. My pops, I never had Sega. All I'm saying was, everybody had Nintendo, and everybody Nintendo. My father would never give me Nintendo. I asked for Nintendo. Can I please have Nintendo? No, you can't. Nintendo. Then one Christmas, when Nintendo's like everybody in the whole world has a Nintendo, he pops up with a Nintendo. The great thing about it was cats had moved on to Genesis, but I played a little Genesis. I used to play. I never got into to gaming a lot, but I did like the sports games. Like on Genesis, I used to love Bill Walsh College Football. And I used to play with Auburn '83 when they had Bo Jackson. He was impossible to take down. People would hate it. All 11 players on the other team could try to tackle him, and I would just keep spinning. It was unrealistic, but Auburn '83.
We got Tecmo Super Bowl. Now, Johnny's even saying my pops bought us that, John.
He said his pops. Okay, good for you. Good for you. I'm glad you was able to play Bill Walsh. And I don't know what other Genesis games was going on. That was around the time.
I mean, Sonic was like the Mario Brothers
right?
For Sega Genesis.
How are the Sonic movies? You seen them?
Nah, not really.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really go to a lot of movies. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always like working on stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's just kind of like, do I stop and work on this work on this thing and to watch this thing? Like something I'll have stuff in the background, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I've never really just sat there and watched. I watched like the Daredevil joints that be coming out on Disney Plus.
How are those? Any good?
Yo, have you ever seen? No, I know you've seen Old Boy because you rapped about it one time.
I did see Old Boy back in the day, yeah.
Now you remember that hallway scene where he was like fighting his way out?
Vaguely.
It was like mad brutal. Like you're like somebody got hurt during this filming.
Yeah, I don't remember it, but I remember that movie was wild and crazy.
It was it's like a trilogy also. But
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
did you see the remake? Spike Lee did a remake, I think, right?
Kind of. I think I might have. I don't remember, but I remember seeing the old, like the original joints. You know what I'm saying? And so okay, but
hold on. I just want to say Mark and Cheyenne talking about Jim Carrey being great. That's true. Jim Carrey's a legend. Ace Ventura is crazy. Obviously, Liar is the jam. Jim Carrey definitely gets down for his. Obviously, Eternal Sunshine is crazy.
I think he's saying because he voiced Sonic the Hedgehog, I think.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, he's the bad guy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he was Dr. Robotnik.
Okay. Oh, that's Dr. Robotnik?
You gotta remember correctly, yes.
Oh, okay. I thought Dr. Robotnik
he's the villain,
was old school. Okay, true. John, as he took the kids to see it, but my fault. I felt like I cut you off. But my point is, for the people who was talking about Tecmo Bowl, I would just like to give a big shout to Double Dribble, which was also my game. Double Dribble on Nintendo, that was my jam. And then obviously NBA Jams, which I actually had. I might put up on my Patreon. Yeah, you said we talk about the Patreon. I have a Patreon. A lot of John Izzy's already down with me. Mark and Cheyenne are already down with me. But I do got the ill Patreon, and I have a great video of me and some tour buddies on a tour I was on, having a double dribble contest in the tour van because we had the double dribble, we had the screen, and it's pretty amusing. I think I might put that up on Patreon.
So that Ken Griffey MLB on Super Nintendo. Yeah.
See, I never got to that. See, the Super Nintendo, that's when I started. Even though I would play Madden, and I would put cats in the mix in Madden. Genesis, I would also play NHL hockey, even though I didn't know much about hockey, but I would use the Chicago Blackhawks. Big shout out to Chicago, my boy John Izzy, Jeremy Roenick, would put cats in the mix.
Gerald says he's out on the phone, and this isn't working on my end. I'm sorry to hear that. We'll listen to the replay. Shout out to Boy Sam, Yates, and our gracious host for the vinyl. Yeah, no problem. I'm conscious, by the way. I'm terrible at like introducing myself to stuff.
Everybody, this is Conscious.
Hi.
He is Hip Hop Family. He is Conscious Works. He's the one making it all happen with the double EP vinyl that we were supposed to be promoting instead of talking about Mario Kart, things like that. I never played Mario Kart. I know people love it though.
Mario Kart is pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Like there was one F10F0 or something like that. It was like spaceships. It was kind of like Mario Kart, but like spaceships. Yeah. You like fly around and stuff. Like it's kind of wild. Yeah.
That sounds fun.
And but Nintendo Switch 2, just like they're having pre-orders for that now or something. You know what I'm saying?
Nintendo, is that what they're up to? I know, yeah. I don't even know what they're up. I haven't played video games in ages. So
neither have I. That's the thing. Like I bought a Nintendo Switch because when I'm on planes, I'm gonna buy this thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have it all the time when I'm traveling. But
is the Switch the little one?
Yeah, it's like the Game Boy joint, but just longer and color.
I used to have Game Boy. I would put anybody in the mix in Tetris still. I play for Tetris. I play for 4 bars. You know what I mean? So I hit you with that. And
like raps.
Yeah, exactly. 4 bars at a time. Bang, bang, bang. Or bar, yeah.
I remember. Well, I grew up poor, so it wasn't even like Game Boy, but it was like these games that weren't. It was just like a one game thing.
Oh,
And
right. It would just be one game on it.
yeah,
And
it wasn't like
you would have the characters that appeared on the screen.
exactly. They're just
Right,
like
right,
lit
true
up
that.
in different places, so it wasn't like animated or anything, just the same thing over and over again.
Right. True that.
And
true
so,
that.
but those are good times. Those are good times.
Yeah, those are good. And that also reminds me of back in the day when I used to want a remote control car so bad. But instead they got me the remote control car that has the wire attached to the car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on, you know. And it didn't even have it, and it didn't. You couldn't even turn it. You could only reverse it till it was facing the way you wanted to go.
Then go forward. Yep. Oh, great times. Great times.
From back in the day, you and me, man. We had the cassette players that only had fast forward or only had which one did they only have?
Well,
you had
you can only play, and if you want to get back, you had like flip it over, and then get it to where you want. Yeah. There was like no was auto rewind or anything.
I don't know if people are thinking of us as old fogies. You know, I'm happy to be a middle-aged man. I'm loving middle-aged life.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine coming up now.
Yeah,
it seems terrible.
I ain't trying to come up now. Definitely, no way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry for it, but I mean, it's just like I'm good.
Yeah. Shouts to all the young people, and shouts out, you know, right now people coming up, they probably having a great time.
Yeah, because they know nothing else. You know what I'm saying?
All you can really do, having a great time.
All you really do is enjoy now. You know what I'm saying? You can't really think about yesteryear because you know it's gone. Whatever.
True. Keep it positive. It's beautiful right now.
So real quick, I want to shout out some folks who purchased some things recently. Let's see, hold on. Shouts to Colin Griffin. We also had Scott, Daniel, Eric, Chris, everybody. Word. So I appreciate y'all. And John, since John's in here also, looks like. I think it's the same John.
Yo, John. Yes. Oh, okay, word. These are cats that have been grabbing the records.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for supporting the record. And also, one great thing about it is all that amazing stuff you're making. Yo, that keychain that lights up. Yeah, that's the coolest thing. That is so cool. Oh, Marcus Cyan said, "Do you have their order? Better get their order straight."
Let's see. When did they place it? I mean, because there's a few people.
I don't know, but I will tell you that. So we went by me, Luke, and Art went by Marcus Cheyenne's. They're so sweet. We love them. We went by their pad to eat.
Yeah.
And Cheyenne cooked up some crazy fry bread with all the veggies, and it was slamming. That was one of the most slammingest meals we had on. I mean, that was the most slamming meal we had on that tour.
Nice. Shouts to the Hawk real quick. Says whole package is fire. Appreciate it. So all right. So I guess we probably should get started because I have a slideshow. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, snap. You got slides?
Yeah, because I'm
taking
serious.
It back.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, it's part of my job, like my actual day job. Like I do presentations and things. You know what I'm saying?
Really? You use PowerPoint?
Well, I mean, I'm using Google Slides, so I use whatever. You know what I'm saying? But this is just here right now, and so it seems like people are. The first couple of days. Oh, then yeah, I'm sure we probably had it. And I probably shouted y'all out before that. Let me see. Let's scroll back. Let me see here. Like if you had the email, I got it. Let me see. Let's go back here.
My fault. I don't make it. I'm up.
What's up?
Sick.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Your email has sick in it, right? I'm assuming.
Bless you, love.
Bless you.
Concha says bless you too, babe. She says thank you.
All right, yeah, I did get it. Yes, you're actually one of the first folks, and we appreciate the support. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all got in early. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, now slideshow time. This is what the people have been waiting for. Slideshow.
Slideshow. I don't know if we could. I know we're giving away test presses and all that, and I know that's done. I know that's done completely at random.
Yep.
But if Mark and Cheyenne wind up with one of those, that'll be okay. I know it's random, but it occur.
So, updates. You can see that, right? I'm pretty sure you can see that.
If Johnny Z gets one, it's also okay. All right, I'm done now because we're not stacking the deck. I want to leave one for.
Well, you're gonna have to blame Google AI because my plan is Well, we'll talk about it because it's in the slides. All
Okay.
right. So we're gonna do some updates because this is technically the last scheduled live stream. All right.
Cool.
And so I kind of wanted to go through where we've been, get some updates, and like what's coming.
Take a trip down memory lane of all these streams. This is the 4th stream, and there's a lot of history. Let's recap.
A lot of goodness. And so oh, John Easy, yo, I hope everything's okay. I'm saying, oh damn. I hope your sister's okay.
Oh snap. Yeah. Big shout to sis. I met sis at a show. Love to sis, John.
Everything's good.
Yeah, touch base with me. Touch base with me on Patreon. Let me know everything's good, babe.
All right. Cool. Yeah.
I'm having trouble breathing. What's up with that?
Right. Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna be good.
Yeah. Positive thoughts. Positive vibes. All right. So updates. So let us. Okay. Here we go. So now, the first live stream we announced the lenticular print. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so again, for the folks here, you look at it one way. You got the dancing tree artwork. Other way, cornhole legend artwork.
So
all right. Also comes with a stand. I'm about to try and put this in here now. So yeah, so you can stand it up on your desk or what have you. All right, so that is good. We're good with that. All right, next, the cornhole training set. You know what I'm saying? Cornhole legend training set.
Sure.
So these joints right here, you get you get both sets. You know what I'm saying? Comes in a pair. So you get these here. Very nice.
Use them at your job. Use them at school. Use them when somebody's going to tell you not to use them. Use them at the dinner table. You know, keep play. You know.
I'm not condoning any of that, but don't do anything that's going to be hard and like poke somebody eye out, like whatchamacallit said, Illingsworth.
Oh.
All right. So yeah, so that was the second live stream. Then we recently announced, if this would work. Come on, let's go. There we go. So now the dancing tree acorn keychain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so now that is this. And as far as the way this is working, so again, just for the folks who may not remember, so go and press it. So it's like a little keychain. Oh, that's upside down. It says dancing tree right there. It's like a little acorn keychain joint. And I forgot to mention that it's going to come with like a little metal keychain that you can attach to it. But there's a hole on there already, so I'm not going to attach it to it. So if you want to just go directly to the acorn, you can. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to tell you how to hang it to wherever. So, but again, you press it, and it like lights up. All right. So it's like also like a little fidget toy. You know what I'm saying? So you be able to kind of sit there and mess with it and stuff. I'm that way too. Like I would just be sitting there and just, you know what I'm saying? So there's that. Also, you have the options of a clicky one, like so it clicks when you make a sound, or like a silent one. And then we also have the I'm giving people options.
Crazy. Yeah, this is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? There's also, if you want to do
people will be able to buy records after this. This is the most elite record. Yeah.
Look, I want to make this as dope as the record, and I want people to be able to, physically, get the dopeness. You know what I'm saying? And so also, so there's 2 LED options, so you can get the fast switching or the slow switching, because some people are like sensitive to like fast lights.
Okay, true that.
And so I want to give folks that option. Cool.
That's very thoughtful.
Now, I put some thought into this. You know what I'm saying? All right. Next. Now, the vinyl. All right. The main focus.
The main event.
While we're all here. You know what I'm saying? The estimated completion date. This is from the dashboard from the vinyl manufacturer. And so it says ECD estimated completion date is tomorrow, basically. Yes. So Friday, where are we in? April 25th. So tomorrow. Now, it says it's in production. I haven't gotten an email yet about the other half of the money. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to give
maybe they'll just let you off. Maybe they forgot.
Maybe they saw like all the awesomeness around it and like, oh, we've got to give it to them. The rest of it just from, just from the awesomeness of all the stuff that's coming with it. So shouts to Solipsisty.
Solipsisty. Yeah, how do I say Solipsisty? Solipsisty, which is also down with me. Yo, big shout to all the patrons, yo. You know what I'm saying? This is my crew. Yo, these cats got to hear so much music from mine that nobody else has heard, that I'm never even putting out, and stuff that I'm gonna put out. Like, for example, the patrons, they've been heard Cornhole Legend from months ago, you know? Yo, the Hulk has an interesting idea. I mean, it's too late to do that now. Give people the choice of BPM, but that's actually a good idea.
I think the BPM he's talking about is the lights, the fast switching lights.
Oh, okay.
The LED or the slow switching lights.
I was thinking that'd be an interesting idea to do on a record, to have to have one that's at 45, one's at 33.
That sounds like a lot of money.
It sounds, well, I mean, you know, it's money suspending, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, you know.
Gotta invest in yourself. You know what I'm saying? And then
believe
the truth is, though,
know.
Actually, you conscious of the man. We making art. We making art with love. And the cast that support us, like, they're the best. They're supporting us. They're not supporting us because we're on the cover of Rolling Stone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if we go to flip it, you flipping it now with all this different stuff. You know, all the lenticular and people are responding because we passionate about it. So in the event that we decided to do, hey, we're gonna do different vinyl speeds. As long as the music is fly, which I would definitely make sure happens. You know, cats are gonna
like represent. I'm thinking because it's all in the
said,
groove.
Yeah, bad joke about the lights.
No, but I'm thinking like now you got me thinking like, well, see, I don't have a vinyl press, but what'd be kind of cool is because there's like the grooves on the records, but I wonder if you could have like parallel joints where one is like at 33 1/3 and one's at 45. So depending on which one you put it in.
That's fly. See, I love the way your mind works. See, this is why we brainstorm like this, you know? Exactly. Hold on. Lance says possibly a dumb question, but will shipping to Canada be an issue? The answer is no, right?
Nah. Like, because we got some people in Canada ordered. I don't care if I need to drive it across the border. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gonna get this work. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to understand, like, this is going out. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna make this happen. So no, Canada shouldn't be an issue. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just gonna have to make sure we fill out all the forms and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
and make sure that post office don't go on strike. When we were sending out the Ritz 2 vinyl, the post office went on strike. And that made for some delays, but everything still hit right on time.
All right, but I also want to say shout outs with the we're talking about the how people are kind of like talking about the different products. So shouts to Varian on Instagram. I'm conscious.works on Instagram. I don't really use Instagram, but I'm on conscious.works. And Varian said, I posted about the video with
you say Varian?
Varian, yes. Varian.
Respect.
They ordered something. And they said, so with the acorn keychain, they're saying not a dancing tree, but a seed for more dancing trees. And exactly.
True that.
We're all trying to, spread that goodness.
Absolutely. And Yates said he found even some options for Russia.
Okay.
We in the house.
Yeah.
I missed out on the Yates stream. It was a good time. I got to connect with my boy Yates. Yeah. It looked like y'all were having a good time.
Yeah, good times. All right, so now that is the vinyl. So,
it's hot in my apartment, and my wife has been having allergies, so I'm trying to keep all the windows shut. We haven't put the ACs in yet, so I'm hotter than a mother's father right now. She's
I'm in my shed.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
Oh, no, you're good.
I'll be right back.
You're good. So I'm in my shed right now. So all right, so I'm so serious about this thing that I'm investing in this. You know what I'm saying? And so I actually got an actual shed. So you know what? While we're not here, let me do a quick tour, I guess, of my messy workshop. Cool? All right. So as you can see, I'm not putting any sort of insulation or nothing in this piece. This is just all work. And I live in Florida, so it's mad hot, right? And so part of that, I hope this won't mess up anything. All right. So you can see here, I just got a whole bunch of like just random packages. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what is this? What is it?
This is my workshop. You know what I'm saying? So since I started the business, I'm like, I want to take this seriously and have like a dedicated workshop to do all these things. You know what I'm saying? So bunch of random packages, a door there, a door there. We're going to talk about this large format printer here. This is like a workspace here. It's another workspace right here. So now this. So now I've got a bunch
It looks
of
like a laboratory, man. That looks like the same laboratory from the Fly Part 2.
Well, hopefully I won't have that same mistake. So, but yeah, so these are some 3D printers here, right? So I got those. Those are going to go into there, into this enclosure. All right, so this is where everything's going to be printed. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I only have like the one printer where I'm printing all the samples and things I've been showing everybody. So again, there's this oversized large format joint that will be printing the box that we're going to be showing later. All right. So the thing that everything comes in. Now I've been having nothing but problems this week. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know if you see like these little panels here. I put those against there, but then I used the adhesive that came with the magnets, and I don't know if the heat or whatever, but they fell off. Ooh. So I'm going to get like rubber cement and make that a permanent fixture. So
can I tell a rubber cement story since you brought that up?
What's up?
So when I was a kid, we would have like Halloween parties in the back of the building that I grew up, right? And sometimes they would give away prizes for the best costume and outfit. My mother was involved, was one of the, be people from the building that would, help organize it and everything like that. My mother was one of them, and one year she's like, yo, you're gonna win this year. We're gonna make you the Wolfman, we're gonna make it look great, we're gonna have the hair directly on your face instead of a mask, you're gonna win. I said, sure, let's do it. She applied the fur to my face using rubber cement right on my skin. Rubber cement that's used for like making model airplanes or whatever it is. I don't even.
Yeah, it's used to bond like pretty much anything.
It was just crazy. I didn't even win. A, that's A. B, my face was red and raw. Like we use alcohol, get rid of it.
Peel it off and stuff.
Yeah. It was a big ordeal to get rid of it. However, the next year I won with a regular. I was the mummy and I won, but it was really because everybody in the building knew the suffering that I had endured the previous year. All right.
Nice. Well, hey, you know what? Sometimes the suffering leads to greater rewards later.
True that.
Shouts to the Hawk said, "What's the best way to reach out if you don't use IG much?" I mean, if you use IG, I use it to respond and like to post random things. But my email, conscious@conscious.works. It's like on the website and stuff too, like right at the bottom of the page. I forgot to mention the keychains. They're going to come with an extra set of batteries, like an extra battery.
So amazing.
So that way you know which battery to buy, and you have one just in case if you need to, quickly replace it or whatever. So, yes. All right. Nice. All right. Cool. Shout to Spider. Spider just joined. Yeah, be careful with that rubber cement. Word up. Word up.
I will. I'm not from then on. I never got involved with rubber cement. Again,
grew up pretty poor, so used rubber cement to put the soles back onto my sneakers.
Okay.
We were going to buy new sneakers. So.
I know how that goes. I know how to back. Yeah, they used to say, "Yeah, your sneakers are talking." You know what I'm saying? When the back, we had Favor. Did you ever have Favor? Probably not. Favor was the store that the sneakers was $11 at. The Olympian,
we had Payless shoe stores.
Payless is still out. Yeah. Favor's not out no more, but in New York, Favor used to be out. And I have a story actually on my Patreon. Another thing, my Patreon. I guess I just share a lot of, but playing kickball one day, went to go kick the ball. The sole of my shoe flies completely off. Okay. However, look, this is going to be the theme for this because this rubber cement. Then I won the next year. You were just talking about the problems that you had, the issues that you was dealing with, but everything's going to turn out great. And it was a big clutch moment to win the game in kickball. Ball is kicked, sole flies off. The sole distracts the players in the field, so the game is won because the shoe comes off. Okay, because the sole came off. So don't worry about it. It's gonna work out.
Yeah, it's gonna work out. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna work out. Like I said, y'all gonna get this work. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, I don't. So, all right. So so the vinyl is in production, as y'all can see, and hopefully they'll ask me for the rest of the money at some point so we can get that joint come out. Now, when we do get it, the vinyl delivery date, that'll be the last day to be able to order the limited edition package. So once I get that date, I'm gonna put on the website, hey, this is the final day to be able to purchase the package. You know what I'm saying? The limited edition package. All right. Now, the day afterwards, we'll have the final live stream. So that's gonna be the day after the vinyl is delivered. So unless it's like a Saturday, I do the radio show on Saturdays. So it may be like Monday or Tuesday or something like that.
And I just want to say that if available, I will definitely drop in. But I just want to let everybody know I may or may not be there for that last live stream. But Conscious will hold the fort on his own if he needs to, or we'll be in the house together.
Yeah, or we can talk about it and see what works for everybody. You know what I'm saying? All right, so yeah, so once the vinyl, we get the vinyl, can't order anymore, and then at some point afterwards, we'll do a final live stream to kind of like, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at the vinyl, you know what I'm saying, to kind of see it in all its goodness. We're gonna do the giveaway, which again, you mentioned that before.
True. So,
all right, so here's the package, right? You know what I'm saying, that the test press came in, and make sure I don't show my address or anything on here. Well, I have nothing really, so it's not like you're gonna get anything. You know what I'm saying. All right, so we got 3 test presses here. You know what I'm saying? And so hope y'all could see the 3. So yeah, we got 3 of them joints, and we're gonna give them away to whoever orders some. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a random. What I'm thinking about doing is I'm gonna get everybody's name into like a spreadsheet or whatever. And then I'm going to load that up into Google AI. I'm going to ask Google to go ahead and pick 3 people. And so it'll be so whatever you do, be nice to Google from then to from now till then, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So that's the plan. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't trust Google. You know what I'm saying? They're going to put the fix in somehow and try to make it seem, you know, I don't, but I trust your methods. So I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? But Lance is saying, Google, help me over the test presses. Bet test presses is fire. The test presses sound fantastic. Yeah, they sound great. You know, we've been to test, you know, the record is supposed to be done tomorrow. So we've been listening to the test press. Actually, Darian listened to mine for me because I was on the road. But he's got a sharp ear. Darian's my manager. But
yeah, it sounded good to me too. So, but I wanted to get another set of ears on it.
Yeah. Yo, well. Yates, I got your test press sitting over here, my guy. I got yours.
All right, now and then other random things that will probably happen during that time.
Can I talk about Google for a second since it comes up?
Go ahead.
You know, organically.
Yeah.
Listen, Google is crazy. Like, imagine. Sit back and imagine for a minute in your mind of science fiction. If in the future at some point there was a website that people went to find out what the truth was. Can you imagine that? That's the craziest thing you could ever, like a website that tells you what the truth is, that becomes so synonymous with truth that people just say, Google it. We'll Google it to find out. You know what I'm saying? But check this out. Suppose in a science fiction futuristic world, there was such a site. Okay. Who would control that site? You know, like that's a lot of power to wield. If people go to you to find out what's real, that's a lot of power. Like, who are you gonna have run that site? Like, you know, like Martin Luther King or Junior or, you know, Mother Teresa. Like, you would need to find somebody of such moral fortitude. You know what I mean? Because if that falls into the wrong hands, even Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King, whoever, they never had to face a temptation like being able to control what people think is real. But we can all rest assured of one thing for sure. Even though we may not be sure who is going to run it, we can be certain who we are not going to let that fall in the hands of. We are not going to let that fall into the hands of a corporation. Because obviously, if that's in the hands of a corporation, it's going to be weaponized, you know?
Oh yeah.
So that's my Google sci-fi reality to share with y'all.
And that's why I'm a big fan of like promoting your own stuff and having your own place that you can put your own stuff on. You know what I'm saying? And not relying on like people to search for you and find you. You know what I'm saying? Like, go to the people. I'm a big fan of like just going to the people and just have them decide whether, like with the radio show. So back in the day, I've been doing the radio show for like 17 years, something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the radio show, So one of the things we used to do to promote the radio show was, like those lawn signs or whatever that people would have, like, haircuts or whatever, like these like plastic signs with little metal stakes, and put them like
okay, yeah,
on the corners.
sure, yeah.
So I made a bunch of those, and I would put them on the corners, like around the station,
where
people could like tune in. So it would say something like, if you like hip hop, tune in, and it had like the 91.5 FM.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
And so that way people can make the decision on whether or not they are interested, and then from there take the action if they want to learn more. And so
I like
yeah,
that. I like that a lot.
So yeah, so people seem to dig that. So yeah, again, I'm all about getting in front of the people and having them decide. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really up to them at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? All right, shout out to Kenny. Kenny just joined.
Oh, true.
All right. Now, also, so I added some stuff to the website, right? Let me see here. So I'm probably going to switch this over. Let me see. Hip hop. So if you go to hiphop.family, I am going to share this screen here, share this tab here. All right, so this is the website, right? Now, if you ordered anything from the site, like a package, if you order the package, you'll be able to click the fam login, right? And then it'll ask you, if you're not logged in already, it'll ask you for your email address. You put in your email address, you'll be emailed a link that will log you into the site. Because I don't want to deal with passwords or any of all this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Let me just interrupt you for 1 second.
Yeah, sure.
I just want to let these cats know, everybody in the chat, if you have any questions for Conscious or I of any sort, like what we ate for breakfast or what our favorite colors or whatever like that, just to keep things popping, just throw it in the chat. We'll get it. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's up. All right. So now if you're so I have these random test orders on it, right? What I did was, you can always get the receipt, you know what I'm saying, of it. If you ever need to get the receipt, you can get it there. It also emailed it to you, but just in case, you can always come here to get the receipt. I added this. So like I mentioned, there's different options for the keychain. So since we just released, you know what I'm saying, the keychain, revealed it, now you'll be able to select for your order, you'll be able to select the key switch type and the LED type. You know what I'm saying? So you say, hey, if you want the clicky or the silent one, so say you want a clicky one, and then if it's fast switching or slow switching, so let's say slow switching, and then you click save, and then it saves it to your so that I know which one you want to include into your order. All right. So again, you just go to there. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up on email or Instagram or wherever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I added that. Cool. And there's also the add-on. So if you want to add it on directly here, you can do that as well. You can do it on the website. Sorry?
Oh, my fault. Go ahead. I want you to finish, and then I'm gonna answer what my favorite TV series is, and then you could. But when you're
done. But yeah, so you'll be able to add on stuff here. You know what I'm saying? And then also, if you're logged in and you go to the pre-order page, there'll be also an add to cart here as well. But I figured, well, it's for the folks who order the thing already, so you can go directly to your fam login and order, so you don't have to like worry about finding it there or whatever. So yeah, favorite TV show series?
Favorite TV show series of all time is The Cosby Show.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why? Just curious.
Because it was amazing. It was mad funny. It was mad lessons. It was mad family values. It was mad non-stereotypical. It was mad wonderful every week. And they had mad music in it. They would switch up the intro every season with the same melody. They had jazz, they had ballet, they had classical. It was the flavor.
I remember they had like the 50s joint, like they're all dressed up and everything. Like
they did that, yeah. They had all varieties. All 8 seasons they would switch up styles. My favorite.
MacGyver. I've always been a fan of MacGyver. Like how he could just be like in any sort of situation and have like a paper clip and a piece of gum and just somehow make it work. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah.
I actually feel like you, like MacGyver rubbed off on you,
I'm the Black MacGyver. You know what I'm saying? So
because you make things pop. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying. So,
shout out to my boy Richard H. We're talking about the jam weed stores everywhere. he's on the Patreon, and I got this jam called Restores Everywhere. That album is done. That album is finished. And yo, I've been spending all day talking about another album that's gonna come out probably in August, another full length. Then the album that's on is gonna come out after that. So I'm not even sure. But
so you're just dropping all sorts of joints.
Oh, we got next month we coming out with another EP. Might come out with another EP the month after that, depending on the release date that's determined for this other LP. Yo, we dropping all the jams. You know, yo, that's such a heavy beat. My boy Jack Splash done that beat. You know what I mean? The heat is on deck. The heat is on deck. Yeah, we need deep in EPs, LPs. Yo, we could. I figured afford. You know, thanks so much for getting involved in this, because this is the first 2 EPs that I put out once I decided, yo, I'm gonna put out an EP every month when I got a free month. 4 songs, that's digestible. You know what I mean? That's not. I can't put out an LP every. I mean, I could, but I wouldn't, because that's too much. Like, give the cats 4 jams, then they ready for one next month. Like May 9th, we got a single drop in from the next joint, and you know, April 4th, Cornhole Legend came out. So that's enough time to soak in that good Cornhole Legend, soak in that good history. And it's not like you never listen to him again, but now we're ready to introduce 4 more jams, you know?
Nice.
But it's all about
looking forward to
Cornhole Legend right now.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be dope. I'm sorry. All right. Cool. Okay. So yeah. So Fam Dashboard. Check it out. So yes. Someone asked. Who asked? Yes. Marcus Cheyenne. Yeah. Update your order. Otherwise, like the default is probably going to be like the clicky flash changing one. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't want that, then go ahead and please update it. You know what I'm saying? So Lance says it's all about the EPs, man. Word up.
EPs on deck. Apps.
All right. So then
in the app.
Come on. Switch. What is happening with the slideshow? Okay. All right. So the box. All right. This is what we're here for. The reveal. The big reveal. Now, what had happened was, okay, so all right, I mentioned the large format printer here before. So I was getting that thing set up, you know what I'm saying, getting ready to print these joints. And I'm excited. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be dope. When I had like the full joint, I'm gonna be able to put the vinyl in there. It's gonna be awesome, right? So in printing it, like you print these like calibration joints, right? And you kind of have to like look to see where they line up the best. You put it into the machine so it can save it. So the prints line up, right? So as I'm entering in the stuff, there's this screen that shows up. And homeboy Sam knows because I showed it to him already. So this is what happened when I put this in.
Bear witness.
Calibration. That was literally like my day yesterday. It was maddening, like mad frustration. Because
how many times did you do that before you figured it wasn't gonna work? Did you do it 100 times?
Well, see, the thing is, I printed a bunch of these, so I reran the calibration over and over again. So I have like a garbage pan full of these joints. You know what I'm saying? That's 2 at a time, and it tests everything, does all the calibration, everything. I could not get this thing to save, and so what I did was, come on, oh, go, wait, there you go. So I submitted a support ticket. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hearing back. They want me to send some logs, so I'm gonna do that to get that done. I never posted message boards really, but I was so frustrated that I posted to this message board and like, look, I don't know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody could please help me.
Can I also just say something though?
What's up?
I'm sorry to cut you off so much.
You're good.
But I just want to say, Hip Hop Family Conscious Works, when I feel overjoyed to be the inaugural project for this company that, you know, seeing the laboratory that you got, when you support this man's projects, you know, obviously right now I have a vested interest, but you're going to release all types of fantastic stuff and you're supporting a cat who's doing it himself. He's making his stuff himself. You know, he's putting lawn signs in the grass to, you know what I mean? Like, I love the way you get down.
Again, it's about just trying to match the dopeness of the things that I'm collaborating with. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for making it easy to be able to come up with these things. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. And then so posted the message board. I saw somebody reply while I was at work. So I'm going to go and try some stuff. I think I need to take out the nozzle or whatever out the printer and like make sure it's aligned right or something. So I'm going to get my hands dirty. But also good news is that I have another large format printer. It's not as large, but it's supposed to be coming tomorrow. And so I'll be doing that. So yes, so those are what's happening now. Those are the updates with the box so far, right? Now
we don't have no constellation thing. There's nothing.
So yes, so I don't have a full prototype to show now, but we don't give up. You know what I'm saying? We don't call it defeat. You know what I'm saying? We make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Like we come on, wait, I have a slide here. Come on, slide. What? I don't know, whatever. But yeah, we don't give up. So what I did was, let me stop sharing this. All right, so let me show you what I did do. All right, so I was thinking, well, if I can't get the full size printed, well, why not just shrink it down and then show that? You know what I'm saying? So I had to shrink it down to like 25% of what it's going to be. It's going to actually be like, what I'm thinking, like the measurement's like a little bit, it's like 13 to 14 inches, the box. You know what I'm saying? And so it's kind of a large, it's a good size. You know what I'm saying? And so I printed at 25%, like a little representation for people to check out. And then I want to show y'all the actual model that would be printing. So, because it doesn't really do it justice. All right. So now, all right. So here is the idea. Now, okay. So let me, so bam. So can y'all see this? So
I can see it. Yes, yes.
So it's like a relief of the, so the cover is like a relief of the album covers, right? So this is like the color I'm going to use. So this is the cornhole legend joint. And then so when you shrink stuff down, the hinges get fused together because the spacing between the hinges is so tight that it doesn't work when it's this small or whatever. But either here and there. So what happens is you'll be able to open it up like so, right? And then you'll be presented with the vinyl on the inside.
That's amazing. That is so right? That is so beautiful.
And now what's cool is you're like, well, what about the dancing tree, right? Check this out. So now these joints like will pop out. Like you can take these out, right? Hold on, I'm gonna take it out. So you'll be able to take it out, right? And now I'm thinking about using magnets to kind of like hold it together. And so that way you can like put these on your wall or whatever, like, or like a fridge or something. These gonna be like 12 by 12 inches. You know what I'm saying? And so you'll be able to do that. But then since it's shrunk down, it doesn't really show like the relief so much, but it's going to pop out. I'm gonna show you what the actual model looks like so you can get an idea. But I wanted to show kind of like the colors, right, that we're gonna do. So now, so here's like the dancing tree joint.
Wow. And
so you can kind of see, again, I'll show you the actual models.
This is the flyest record that has ever come out ever. This is the flyest this is the flyest record packaging that has ever happened.
I'm going for that title, yes, because I remember back in the day, like some amazing like projects that would drop. So I'm trying to up that. You know what I'm saying? So you'll be able to like mix and match them or whatever, right? Do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I'm thinking about doing, because the printer that's coming tomorrow, it has two nozzles. So my main concern about printing too many colors is the waste. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not into a lot of the waste. But with the two nozzles, there's like no waste. So what I'm going to do is, these are like the colors, right? But the art, like the title, like the album title and the artist names are going to be like here, it's going to be like yellow. So that since say Dancing Tree in yellow and Homeboy Salmon and Illingsworth in yellow. And so it'd be green. So I want it to be like, you kind of see the name and everything far away. But when you walk up to it, like, oh, that's the artwork and like some 3D joints. You know what I'm saying?
That's conscious the magician, says Yates. I second that emotion.
So again, same with the Cornhole Legend joint. So the Cornhole Legend is going to be in green, and as with Yates and the Homeboy Sandman is going to be in green also. You know what I'm saying? So that's the plan of that, right? Cool. Now let me show you what the actual the models will look like, full size. All right. So let me share my screen. Share screen. Let's share this one. So this is basically what it's going to look like here. You know what I'm saying? So you can kind of see how that looks. So that's pretty much going to be, so that's that one. So again, the title and the artist names are going to be like in another color, so it can kind of show up. Can you open it up again? Which one? Like
just the whole.
Oh, okay. Well, so then, all right. So, all right. So, okay. This is without the stuff in it, right? Now, these hinges are going to go inside of here, but since it's such a small like shrink, the tolerances between the hinges they got fused together because it's not too it was too thin, right? So when you shrink it down, it got fused together. But basically, it's going to come like this, and then you'll be able to open it up like this. And then I'm going to have like magnets in there to kind of keep it closed as well as magnets on the actual like artwork joints. So yeah, so you'll be able to kind of like keep them inside of the case as well, or like put them up if you want somewhere. So
even the bare furs are there. This is engineer. This is vinyl engineering. Like this is engineering what you're doing here.
Well, it's funny. I have a degree in mechanical engineering.
That makes perfect sense.
So let me show you. So that's the Cornhole Legend joint. Let me show you the Dancing Tree one. So then this one here. So there's Dancing Tree. So that's kind of like how it's going to look.
Mm-hmm.
And again, so again, Homeboy Sandman, Illingsworth, and Dancing Tree are going to be in another color. So that way you'll be able to kind of like see it from like far away and know kind of what it is. But when you come up, I want people to kind of be like, oh, surprised when they walk up to it kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So that's that. And hold on, let me see. What else? Did I have anything else to talk about today?
Let me just say a couple things before.
Yeah. So what do you think? This is your first time seeing it. So
this is I'm flabbergasted. I'm blown away. I think it's so gorgeous. I'm so hyped to have a record that is that. That's gonna be so fly. You know, this is a collector's item for real. You know what I mean? Look, Yates has an idea. They could color them themselves. One for the kids. You know, like have a blank one that people could draw on with watercolors or oil paint or something like that. I don't know. But I could
probably print some like black and white. Well, that's probably got to come from Mr. Warmth. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, true. Yeah, Luca hit you up with that. But look, Mark and Cheyenne say this is going to be the best album in our collection, which says a lot because they are aficionados of hip hop music.
Well, I appreciate you.
But I just want to say, yeah, to Mark, Cheyenne, to Yates, to you, to the Hawk, to who else was in the chat? I know Lance is in the chat. Richard H, of course, in the house.
We got
Spiders in the house. All
Kenny. You know what I'm
saying? In the house. I gotta ask her or him how to pronounce that properly.
John Izzy. You know what I'm saying?
John Izzy. You know, shouts to Sis. You know what I'm saying?
Jay Roller
in the house. But thank Kenny in the house. Thanks for sitting around with us and hanging out with us. You know what I'm saying?
Word up. So yeah, so that's where we're at. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully everybody's up to date, you know what I'm saying, and excited to get this thing out there. I don't care if I need to like chop down trees and make this box by hand. Y'all gonna get this work. Kenny from Tampa. Is that? Cause I know a Kenny. I don't know if he moved to Tampa.
I think I might have met Kenny. Did we meet at a Tampa show, Kenny?
I know a Kenny Word 1. I don't know if it's the same Kenny.
But check this out, man. Pronounce it solipsist. Got it. Yeah, Kenny. Yeah, we met. Big shout out to Kenny. Also, you know, Conscious, I know you've been talking to E-Turn about some Floridian shows going on, but Luke is working on a flyer for that, but we'll be back around the way soon. So let me get this pronunciation of this right. Solipsist, but in French, solipsist. Y'all, Tati and I were in Paris. I did a show in Rennes, France last month, or was it earlier this month? Last month, and then we spent 3 days in Paris. Had a fantastic time. But yo, I'm on a run. Conscious shooter, man.
All right, thanks everybody. So yeah, France is dope. I respect that they don't even worry about speaking English to folks. You know what I'm saying? I get to travel for work, and a lot of places are like there's English everywhere. Whereas like with in France, they're like, nah, fam, we're French. You speak French as well. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah. All right. So thanks everybody. Hopefully this got y'all up to date and excited, you know what I'm saying, about what's coming. And I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be up out of here. Thanks again for everyone coming by. Feel free to hit me up if you have any questions. My email is at the bottom of the website. If you're on Instagram, conscious.works. So it's basically the website is my Instagram as well. You know what I'm saying? It's one of my Instagrams. And I do a radio show. If you want to check out the radio show, it's the audio player that's on the front page. That's the latest edition of the radio show. So it has a link to our website, knowbetterhiphop.com. If you want to come by on Saturday, you know what I'm saying? So listen to some dope tunes and things. All right. So again, thank you all again. I'm Conscious. I'm out. Y'all be easy. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk soon. You know what I'm saying? Once the vinyl comes in, we'll do another live stream. All right. So again, I appreciate all the support. And also, if you haven't ordered yet, the price goes up $5 tomorrow. So order now. All right. Or get any add-ons or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it goes up $5 tomorrow. All right. Thank you all. I appreciate y'all. And I'm out. Thanks again. All right. Y'all be easy. Peace, peace, peace. I'm going to get out on some music here. All right. Share the screen. All right. Cool. All right. Thanks, y'all. Toodaloo.
Yo, let me get a little piece of advice, all right? Yeah. Someone want to fight, don't fight. Just another person that has no life. They ain't got a husband or they ain't got a wife. Just say bye. Just take a hike. Maybe they ain't getting no hugs from moms. Might be irate because they hate their job. Wasn't getting paid, never stay at their job. So getting upset how they praise their God. Why would they get so mad? Nothing that occurred here was really that bad. Nothing that occurred here was really that crucial. That's the energy some folks used to. Must be tough getting all worked up over such and such. Yo. Don't spaz, they have problems you don't have. So have compassion for the knobs and the guns get flashing, or the guns get blasted, or even if he's only gonna give a tongue lashing. Changing my state, there's not Planet of the Apes, stop acting like a prom mate. Give grace to get grace, wind up in a whole different headspace. God is love, there's God below, and there's God above. Instead of getting vicious and bug, I ain't talking kisses and hugs, I'm talking about patience.